I think you got it under control. I don't have any advice for you.
No?
Eat well, get lots of rest. Make sure you get your vitamins. Don't forget to eat plenty of greens.
Good, that's more what I have now.
Oh yeah, my main advice for you would be like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your look evolving.
Bye, Phil.
You guys are fun.
It had been a long winter at Ida, but the days finally began to thaw, and we rediscovered the freedom of our bicycles. Eager to chase a fresh road, we breathed deeply as the world slowly rolled by. We found a home in motion again, shedding our expectations and letting life softly wash over us. Much of this journey has been along the fringe of American culture, with unlikely groups who struggle to see life as a community effort. But before community and autonomy became elusive ideals of American radicals, they were just facts of life. The United States was once blanketed with thriving towns and small farms. And as we crept through the ruins of the rural South, we couldn't help but wonder what happened. It's been deteriorating for generations now, and the era of small-town America escapes the memory of youth. The only people with any recollection at all see it through a distant nostalgia, and are dying off quickly.
We shall all pass this earth. Only the stones will remain. We honor our ancestors with stones. I picked up 8.5 million pounds, carried them to the wall and placed them one at a time. So I've laid a stone for each step she made. My grandmother's people, it was the dark path. The Cherokee called it the Trail of Tears. The Navajo called it the Long Walk. Can you imagine what these people that came down the trace 200 years ago, how they lived and what their values were, what they are today? We should learn. And when you're young, you should be listeners. When you get older, then you can talk.
Down this way, everybody will talk to you if you want to talk. It was really a big booming town. And Saturday night, they all came in from the country. No place to park or nothing because there were so many people.
It was fun. We had sack races, potato racing. You go down and get the potatoes, bring them back, and the next one pick them up, take them back to where they come from. But all of it's gone. Even the buildings are empty. So it's on a standstill. It'll never be no different.
People started dying off, and their kids didn't want to stay and take over the farm, so they'd leave and go to Nashville. And nowadays it's such a rush. So many people just rushing and don't have time to stop and really look around and see what's around them. Stop the runaround. Slow down and live your life. Most people don't live too long nowadays. They don't eat right. Newfangled stuff, it just don't taste good. You get that country food, and that's what's good.
Y'all get a lot of fresh eggs and meat around here from these farms, or?
Well, you used to
can,
go,
but not legally.
well, see, you used to bring your country eggs down to these stores and sell them. But see, the government passed all of that, can't do it no more.
Y'all hamburgers or cheeseburgers?
What kind of cheese you got?
There has been much sickness in this country. When the white people cut the last tree down and they poisoned the last river, they're going to find out that they can't eat their money. Man will never be as great as a forest or a mountain or a river. The breath maker gave them to us as teachers. we should learn.
Everything moved out. They used to have honky tonks down the street down there. They closed them down and the town just went out. Fish stores, fish houses, grocery stores, shoe stores, and you got Walmart and fast food places. The small mom and pop stores just go out of business. Now it's just a ghost town. This is a major attraction that's here.
Just saying, see everything gone. You know, it's just gone. Big places are dying out because you can't compete.
It's just country cooking, the old country food. And that's why people come here from 40, 50, 60, 70 miles to eat. They just feel like home.
Is my grandmother back there in the kitchen? We hear that all the time because it's the same taste from years and years ago. Everything is done the old way. You know, you don't have to come in and put your napkins on your lap and put some here. You just eat.
I go to every restaurant in the state and every town in the state, and there's none better than this one. Most of them are fast food, and it's done destroyed the food business. Killing people, too. I weighed 210 pounds for 50 years. Now I'm down to, can't keep my pants up, I'm down to 162.
As we pressed south and spring crept in, the world around us started waking up, and the sun finally soaked into our skin again. Days grew longer and travel easier, but refrigeration was no longer a fact of life. In the depths of winter, roadkill and dumpster vegetables stay fresh for days. But heat speeds up the cycle. Luckily, the world around us started teeming with life. We'd just have to catch it ourselves. But first, we'd need some fishing equipment.
Oh yeah.
With needles.
The world's smallest. That's a good fish. That's beautiful. What is it? Do we eat it? Did you see our bikes over here with the roadkill and stuff on them?
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
like
I thought they had a coon foot on their nose.
so just sewed it right on there.
I just have never seen nobody ride bicycles
every day.
to other states.
There's fishing trips.
Oh,
And they
now.
sit up here and drink a few beers and tell the
Relax,
fish stories.
calm down.
And the big one always gets away.
Go to the store, buy a case of beer. Come down here and have a good time. Ain't got to worry about nothing. Talk to people that you ain't never seen like y'all. That's the way I like it. Some people are different. Spend a lot less money down here and pick up just as many women or more. If you wanted to.
I ain't never had nobody known to have good luck with them damn motors. Needle nose. You ain't got to worry about getting no drug paraphernalia. We've been in the boat in diapers. He set us down at the bottom of the boat, strapped a life jacket on our ass, and he go run his lines and all. Oh, shit, I was raised on it. Ain't nothing to it. Y'all can see some pretty sights down below that. Especially in the sunset like this, shining up that lower end. Big old pretty picture just sitting there. But it's real.
Still halfway alive.
It looks good. Just say you just cut his head off. That's all you got to do.
To those of us detached by cities and suburbs, even the most basic survival skills can seem like novel hobbies.
In my dream, breathing fire.
But for many people in this country, it's their birthright, one they take quiet pride in and are losing quickly.
Soothe me in your skin, darling, I'm burning in the dark.
Yeah, I'm already that deep. I would take both of them
I saw a little bird's nest scattered all around on the frozen ground. A drop of blood from the sparrow's breast. I smiled and wept. Yeah, I saw two trees breathing in the shadows side by side, living so long they had intertwined. I wish their life was mine.
We built these bikes and headed west to discover the culture of community. And it's harder to find than you'd think. As those of us who have strayed struggle to reconnect to each other and to the land, it's easy to idealize the journey. But to create enduring culture, we must move slowly and with humility. Youth is innovative and ambitious, but reckless and naive. Reinvention is a long and painful process. And it's well worth it to ground our ideals in the fading wisdom of those who came before us.
Darling, I'm burning in the dark.
Find your path, and then you may sing your songs.